Hi everybody, stream is live back here with another day of trading. Let's try to make some money today, you know? Let's get into this. I'm not gonna go over the crypto bags, but just move this over because I want to trade NQ. I'm gonna log into my trade of 8 here, so I'm gonna put that on my other screen for now. So say I'm already logged into a trade of 8. Is it really? Yeah, it's logged in here for some reason. Let's log out of this. Let's log into it over here. So, alright, we're gonna try to trade, pass the trade of 8 account. Just one trade today. If it fails, oh well, I don't really care. It's just name of the game, you know? One trade pass. Let's see if we can pass it or not. So I want to pay attention and be mindful of everything we have in the charts. So here's midnight from yesterday. Midnight from today here. So we traded down. I'm actually going to go over to NQ. I like NQ a lot better. But these are my my sights up here. My line of fire is up here. I wanna see this high taken at some point today. It's looking like we're gonna reach that soon, but I obviously don't trade this early in the morning. But let's go to a 30-second. Nothing, but we'll start out here in the weekly. Like, what do we have here in the weekly time frame? Traded down. No, we're obviously bullish. Take out all these lows. We could keep going higher. That's there on a weekly time frame. Now we traded down into a fair value gap, and we could possibly reach up higher from here, up above this high, and then possibly even up above there. But we have all these relative equal highs here that we could reach up to. So I want to pay attention to this fair value gap that we just rejected here. I want to see if it wants to continue to reach up towards these highs within that range. So I'm just paying attention to that. Give me 1 second here. So yeah, I'm just gonna be paying attention to all of this. You got this for value gap here that we could trade down into, reach up to that high there. That's just what I'm looking at for this morning. If we go to all three of them, you pull this up here. So we have just the big three. If we go, let's go to the 1 hour so we can really see where we're at. We're even better the 4 hour. So we're consolidating in this 4 hour range, but we're trading down lower here. We're staying higher here. We're trading lower here. So that's bullish to me if we do want to get a rejection off this lower level here on YM. But I don't pay too much attention to YM. But we have this breaker here that we're hitting. So let's see if that gives us some reaction off of that to possibly go higher. But at the same time, if it wants to keep rejecting this high here on NQ, and we want to keep in this bearish order flow here on ES, we could just continue down lower into that range. So if this is going to go lower, I need to see some more bearish closures with a nice accumulation to send price down lower within there. So I want to pay attention to all that as well. But it's right now on the 1 hour, I see bullish order flow, liquidity. So we took out this low. We had bullish SMT, shifted, created this order block, traded higher. So I mean, if you're trading London, there's really not, this wouldn't be a bad setup in my opinion. We had the SMT, we shifted up, retested, we hit this for value gap, but then we ended up inversing within here. So if you're a London trader, I mean, you got this breaker play, you could play here. Okay, let's go to a lower time frame. Within here, we shifted up. I mean, that's not a terrible play either, but we also have that SMT there, so that's a nice play in my opinion to go long within this range here. Shift down, even this candle to go long in. But now we just really need to wait for real confirmation, something clear to me, you know. Nothing's really clear yet. Keep in mind we got news at 10, the consumer confidence, and that's a big one. And I believe it's gonna say that consumers are pretty confident. So I mean, we could see what really happens here. If you just look at the history of the confidence, nothing's really changed. I mean, consumer confidence going up, up, and up. I mean, that could be a leading indicator for price to go lower, per se. So it was 114.8 last time, so that was January 30th. So if we go over to January 30th, let's go over to January 30th here. January 30th. At let's see. Say 10 a.m. We already in bearish order flow, so I sent news sent price right down. So sent price down here, and it was a higher news event. So news is really just a smokescreen, honestly. So then we had December 20th, which was right here. So let's see the news on December 20th at 10 a.m. Very similar situation, higher than expected. But look at this one. This one sent price up higher towards the buy side liquidity. So it's just a smoke screen, as you can tell. And then we consolidated. So we could possibly get some movement out of here, and this is just going to be like the smoke screen, you know. And yeah. I wonder if I have notes from those trading days. So I'm actually going to pull this up on my trading chart here. So the 20th. January 30th, I think I said. So January 30th. I actually took a buy here. So I took a buy and then hit break even. So at the low taken SMT, took the buy there. And this is the one that hit break even too, I think. Well, that was the same one actually. It's on the 5-minute though. It was very choppy after the news. The news hit and then it just started to chop, you know. But we'll see what actually happens. That's why I like to record a lot of my trades so I can go back and look at what happened, you know. Yeah, I want to plan this trade and trade the plan, you know. So we got these equal highs up here. I just know that we have equal highs up here. So usually when we have equal highs, I want to target something like that. We also have relative equal lows as well. We got to keep in mind. So if we hit these lows first, we could possibly reverse and go back higher after. So it really just depends. This is nothing trading to my. There's like no trade that I missed here based on my trading plan, you know. It's always liquidity, and then we have to hit a higher time frame PD array, and we just got to get in sync with order flow at that point. You're just trading down to the midnight now. So if you know what you're looking for here in the market, I mean, you really just come to peace with these big moves happening without you. I remember I used to trade and like these big moves used to really just, I guess you could say, mess me up and get me in a terrible state of mind, and where I'm going for completely tunnel vision down to like these lower time frames trying to take something exactly. And there's times when I go down to those lower time frames, I'll rewatch the recording, but it's not like it used to be, you know? I'm completely at peace now at like any outcome that could happen here in the markets. I can't believe crypto's this damn high. I'm just waiting on the news to touch anything here in the indices. There's nothing I'd want to trade in here right now. We're hitting the lower rejection blocks, so I want to see if those rejection blocks actually want to give us something or not in this 4 hour. Because it could just pull back easily, like right away. So we got 15 minutes left. But we're about to get a bearish 15-minute candle. So usually when we see something like that, we get some type of pullback and then a continuation. If we look at the overall higher time frame narrative, we have a long-term high, short-term high, immediate-term high, and then immediate-term high here. Shifted down, but we never took out any of this liquidity up there, which is kind of surprising to me. We left all that liquidity even up here. We left all those highs up there. But the question is, if we're already trading down this far, we should, I wouldn't say should, but I want to see if it wants to take out this low and give us a reversal. But at the same time, we just rip right up. That'd be a fat 8-hour wick, you know? That's some crazy order flow right there. We do got some daily volume imbalances here too. Up there and right here. And right here. But that's the open already. I don't even know if I don't even think I marked up the opening range from today. No, I didn't. I'll close this one out. Put this one in here. Opening range. Yeah, we just closed that opening range right there. So we got liquidity. If we're going lower, I want to target down to here. Lower down into there. This could act as an inversion where we're retesting go lower. I need more information here, you know. You know, you know. You only know if you know. So low, higher low. So we got bullish SMT here. Still not clear enough to my liking, even though we have this bullish SMT. I still don't like it. I mean, I'm not trading this lower time frame like this, but we get this 15-second for value gap that we're playing off of. It looks like we could reach up into here and up into here. It wouldn't surprise me if we go, let's say 15 points up to 30 points, maybe even higher. Maybe we get some type of reversal up there. That wouldn't surprise me if we just rip up right now. I think that's very possible. But like I said, it's not highly probable to me. But we are bouncing off this area there. We're in the NWOG right now, so that's what I did want to do. I wanted to have these NWOGs up on my screen. Very small NWOG. Yeah, there we go. Just ripping up as expected, you know. We just mentioned that. But I don't trade before the news, so even when you've gotten so far when you see something that could possibly be setting up, and then you don't take it because it breaks your rules. Look at this candle here. This gap, but no wick. I think it's possible for price to get up there. Yeah, there we go. From that area that we were looking at down here, that moved up about 13.5 points so far. To see some fat gains out of all these. PayPal needs some more time, but I feel like PayPal's got some room to really start ripping. I don't think PayPal's going away. Just waiting here on the news. Got 9 more minutes. It's like, what are we doing before the news? It's a question. Shooting down into this breaker a little bit more. So what day of the week is it? It is Tuesday. So Monday's here. Eventually took out that Monday high. So we'll see. On the daily, this is like showing that it's getting really weak now. Really look at this. It's starting to get weak. So, I won't pay attention, but we can still react off and go bullish, but we'll see what happens here. It's looking like we're going to close possibly indecisive, which is Kind of expected, honestly. So a 15-minute for value gap here. So this was inversed. This 15-minute here. So if price is going to go bearish, we're going to want to pay attention to what happens here. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't want to short with all these equal highs up here. I'd rather wait for a low to be taken and then go short. Cause like I don't want to like jump the gun on something that's not really there. But I'm just noticing that we're having this SMT. We inverse this 15-second right there. After taking out this low, we had bullish SMT there. So when we inverse that, we're going long here. Probably gonna reach up to here to 18 points. Yeah, that's the buy from earlier, but SMT in the 5-minute wicks at the bottom. Yeah, no shit on why it's ripping up. Makes sense. It's at that area that we're talking about. If we go to 2-minute, this is an order block here. Could actually be a propulsion block. We wanted to see it rip right off of that into that high. Got a lot of equal highs up there. I mean, this would be getting in really early, you know? Getting in really early on this move. This is it. This would be happening before the news comes out. So like, what are the market emotions right now? I mean, there's a lot of people long here. Stops below. There's a lot of people short. Stops above. It's because there's a pattern I don't want to take it. I want to take a trade based on narrative. And I'm not really getting that right now. It's kind of playing both sides. There we go. Let's use that propulsion block that I was talking about right here. Just trade right out that propulsion block to keep going higher. Alright, here we go. Time to get to work. Market is about to have the news come out. About to see a reaction. So if I go to the big three and go from an observation standpoint, we traded up and then we traded down at the market open for the news. We have the bullish SMT already down here. We have rejection blocks down here. We had a 1 hour fair value gap down here. So a higher time frame PD arrays are met. We're in a consolidation here in the 1 hour. We're not hitting any external liquidity.
For unlimited listening, head over to brain.it.
So we're hitting all just internal liquidity right now on NQ and ES here. So by paying attention to that, it leads to unfavorable conditions here. It's kind of hard to figure out where price really wants to go to. And it's easy to get like trapped up in your emotions. Okay, you might see a pattern to reach towards this high or like this low, like very quickly. And if you're not emotionally in order flow, then it's easy to get wrapped up in that. I don't want to take anything until a high or a low gets hit, or if we get a really good accumulation and one of these hits the low, or like some really strong SMT of some sort and closures. So what would make me want to take a trade here? Possibly a 5-minute inversion closure here, a consolidation, a pullback maybe, and get a retest, or we just get some SMT within here, or we hit this high and we stay lower here and then we go short. I don't know. It looks like we're going to reach up to that high there that we were looking at. So that was the morning Judas swing down low. Uses propulsion block to go higher. Very clean, very clean. And I was mentioning that propulsion block as it was getting formed. So you can go back and rewind that if you want. But I did not take that because it didn't line up my rules for trading before the news. Yes, this would have been a win. Yes, this would have passed my account. But at the end of the day, it would have been breaking my rules. And the more I stick to my rules, the more likely I am to stay in the game longer, you know? I don't want to get in the habit of breaking the rules just because I see a pattern. I'll know my setup when I see it, and I just don't see it yet. So what did this confidence come out at? Oh, the confidence actually went down. That's crazy. Wow. Durable good orders went down -6%. Wow, 6.1. -6.1. That's crazy. So it's like slowing activity basically. So we got a 2-minute inversion closure here. The news came out, we had SMT, I'm going higher. We have a lot of equal highs up there. So now we're bouncing off the 830. Okay. 930 opens a little bit higher here. I'm gonna do that. Here we go. Five-minute for value gap. We'll see if this 5-minute for value gap really wants to hold price or not. So it's a 5-minute inversion. I don't know why I didn't drag this out farther. So with this 15-minute inversion as well here. So we came back up above that 15-minute inversion. So it's showing that this can be a very strong sign. So we're bouncing out this 5-minute now. If we're looking at these lower time frames. I'm not trying to get too caught up. But obviously we have bullish order flow. We have not hit any liquidity yet. Came down, we hit this liquidity though. Bounced off this. We haven't, I mean, like, we haven't hit liquidity like up here. So it's telling me maybe we just bounce and continue there. With that 3-minute inversion retested here, we shouldn't come down below this low. It's like what I'm saying, we shouldn't come down below here, but we'll leave that the 5-minute there. But the highest probability setup, because I don't know if this really just wants to continue down and give me a better setup on the 1-minute. So now we just had our 5-minute inversion closure, which is nice. So we wouldn't want to see this inversion get hit. But I'd also want to see if it wants to continue down, maybe use an order block or whatever. Maybe this hits the low one more time. Gives us SMT. And then maybe we get nice accumulation over the next little bit, like this. I would much rather wait for that and just miss out on this. Instead of having the FOMO of the news and then wanting to get in like right away. So now notice how we're hitting the low here on YM. So we just came down into this area now again. 15-minute back down and into here. We have highs up there, so I see a 2-minute for value gap, and if we could inverse that. So we took out internal liquidity. Hit the 5-minute for value gap down here. But we got 3 minutes left in this 5-minute. If this inverses this 5-minute again, then obviously it's just really bearish, you know? We're just here to observe this price action. Not too bad, though. Not too bad. So if it just rejects that, it's possible to keep going long from here. So 4 minutes gonna close pretty bullish. So a 3-minute rejection block. We just hit the high, almost hit the high of the opening range. I know this is a 1-minute inverse. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I know we had lower low. 30-second inverse too. Yeah. I'm just not a huge fan of that. We didn't even inverse the 1 minute. No, we got wick SMT. We'll see if we get down one more time. Oh, 2 minute never gave us a fair value gap either. So you gotta think about this. You'd be looking at the charts like this, getting tunnel vision. Then you go back to like your mental game. Your mental capital and your the focus on your systems and processes is really what matters. Each trade you take is a mental capital point. Is this next trade worth that point? Are you in the tunnel vision? Are you accepting the risk? Are you open to any outcome? Do you have a peace of mind? Do you really have like a good understanding of where we are in order flow? Or is this kind of like a 50-50 chance of a trade? You know? I think this 5 minutes looking pretty decent in my opinion. So we came down, hit liquidity, rejected it with speed and displacement. We hit an internal low. We just inverse this area here. I think it's possible that it does rip up.
Order filled.
So let's see on this one. Move that right down below. Let's see here. Not really liking these other indices, but I do like NQ. Got a nice little draw liquidity up here. Let's see how price plays out in this area. So I took it on the TradingView account, which is fine. Because I noticed on Tradevate, it like says, do you want to like place this order, and then you have to hit another check mark. So I was gonna do 6 contracts, but I just did 1 on TradingView to see if it actually would play out. So that's when I said order failed, because like all I had to do was press a button. I just didn't know how it worked. So I just took 1 contract on that. I don't care if it gets stopped out or not. It's just 1 contract here. I personally think it was worth the risk. I don't think this low should be broken, but I also think it should be leaving with speed and displacement right now, if it's gonna go. But we got this order blocker playing on. I mean, it's starting to look like it might want to come back down, so I'm not really favoring this too much, to be honest. Based on entry to where stop loss is. So I want to go to all 3 of these now. So we had a lower low there. So basically I wouldn't want to see this low broken. So yeah, this low right there, with this volume imbalance, should hold. So basically right here, this is the trade. 11-point risk for a 38 profit. So we'll see if it plays out or not. I still got a few minutes on all these other time frames. I'm just looking at this order flow here on the 5 minute. You really see that. I feel like that's pretty clean to me. So here's the trade I'm in. Just one contract. as we were talking about, and I think this low should hold here. Like right here. I think we should rip up to this high, personally. I think we can go higher, but to be safe. You know what? I'll make it go higher. So that'd be 400 times. That'd be 1,200 profit. I'll sell it up there. But when we hit this high, I'll just trail a stop loss or whatever. Because this will only be like 800 profit on that one. Just have one contract. It's just not that high probability. I would like to see one of these take the low first, but just consolidating now. What the hell is DXY doing? Is a question here too. DXY looks like it's going for that high, so that should be bearish. So yeah, I shouldn't even. I don't want to fuck a DXY though. This shit has messed me up way too much. We'll see if this closes like this. I mean, we got 16 seconds left. I want to have this on my other screen. It's just so much easier. Because I can look at the big three here. About to get a nice 5-minute closure. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This could just really just rip and inverse this here on this 5-minute now in YM. That 15 minutes ugly though. Ugly 15-minute. Yeah, if we come back, whatever. So be it. Yeah, I don't like how that 15-minute closed up there. We got a lot of trendline liquidity. I don't know, man. This don't look that good. Close it out.
Order filled.
That was delayed. Yeah. Alright. Let's wait on something a little bit better. Market's just open, so we got a lot of time left. Just need one fatty trade on this and we're good. I was seeing this volume imbalance there. I was looking at that. I wanted to see if that was going to hold, but I mean, it's still looking like it could. It keeps respecting this value gap there. Shifted up, shifted down, came down, retested this. So I mean, at the end of the day, dude, like honestly, at the end of the day, a 20-point risk, this low should hold. If it's gonna go bullish. I know the 15-minute looked like garbage here, but we had the power 3 respecting this. And logs here. At the end of the day, that's what we're looking at. There we go, it's just gonna rip. So if we inverse one of these here, so we get another minute in there. That would have been crazy. There it goes. Yo, that's fat. So it looks like he's using his breaker at this point. So we inverse this. Not yet. Just did here. Yeah, we're ripping up those highs, man. That's wild. Yeah, Nick didn't really give me an inversion model here. Could've, should've, would've. In hindsight, you know? Hindsight's just a real fucking killer, though. Yeah, we're reaching up to those levels that we were talking about. It's crazy because I had that trade on there too. That's nuts. I closed that out because all that consolidation. I could have just left it, you know? And that's just one of those things where, how long was I in that damn trade for? Like 8 minutes of consolidation. Like 7 minutes. And then pulled back and I was like, nah, dude. Really don't look too bad. I would like to see a little bit more of a pullback here. And then possibly some like accumulation to go long in again. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe like one more little pullback down into here for consolidation. Then a reversal, rip it up. I mean, yeah, did we even hit this high? No, we didn't hit that damn high. I hit this high here, but I mean, it was using the opening range, possibly as a support here now. So inverse the opening range, we came back into it, and now it looks like we're just about to retest the high of the opening range here. I'm gonna support just like that. Yeah, SMT, you see that? Lower low, higher low. Okay. It's not there, nothing there yet. Now watch this market be like, psych, we're selling off, bitch. I just feel like it's so clean up there, though. 6 minutes and it's 15 minute. Just look at this order flow. Traded down, ended up coming higher, shifted higher. We tested that. We just ripped up from here, from where entry was. Ripped up 30 points. I mean, passed the funded with that one. But sticking to the plan. Stuck to the plan, didn't really see the inversion. I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda taken it, but it's all hindsight, baby. Like I was saying earlier, like, you know, like, you're doing good when you know that, you can sit on it on like a setup or whatever. I'm gonna screenshot this and put it in my notebook for today. So I want to watch this now. Notice how we're trading down lower here, but we had a higher low at the wicks over there. So I want to pay attention now because we just came back down into this order block and this breaker here. We have all these relative equal highs. I want to see if it really wants to give me something within here to continue to go long in, or if it's just going to sell off and inverse this now to trade down lower first. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing something like this either. But if we get speed and displacement and inversion closures above this, I mean, I don't think it's that bad either. We look at the stair stepping on the way down here. But we'll see. Not trying to force anything, you know. Just trying to wait.
For unlimited listening, head over to brain.fm or
I'm just happy that I've saved like my mental capital. MNQ. So trade it down into the discount again. Like, what's the narrative still? I still see the liquidity up there. It doesn't hurt to see a little bit of a pullback like we're seeing now. So now it's about 10:30. So what do we do with this hour so far? So we opened, came down, came up, and we rejected. So what does this now give us? Does it continue to go higher, or what now? So we got this 1 minute inverse, but I don't want to take it just for inverse sake, but let's see. I'll try it out. It's not the best setup, but let's try it out here. The question is, like, define best setup. So we got the order block here, we traded down to low. Have the SMT. So I mean, got a nice draw on liquidity higher, but we'll see. We'll see if it goes or not, you know? I mean, I accept the risk on this. I mean, it goes, either goes or it doesn't go. At this point. So yeah, we just hit the high there. I don't like that. So I'm gonna get out of it. And so with the SMT there. I still just want to watch. See, does this inversion close or not? It's just not high probability right now. I know we just took out the short-term low, but man, it's not looking that good. Let's just see what we get now. It's just in a terrible location. Yeah, so I'm not even in this one right now. I just want to watch and see how's this one to play out. We took out this internal high, we shifted down. I want to see some more price action within here before I do anything. We just inverse that 1 minute here. Let's just see how it plays out. I don't want to get too over my head on this. Looking at it, we're using this breaker here. We just hit this high again. I don't like how this 9 minutes starting to form though. So 30 minute here. So just open, trade it up. It really depends. Like, do we even hit this 30-minute low? No, we didn't. None of them did. Yeah, this is just in a hard range, so it's really hard to really understand what's gonna happen here. Yeah, I'm staying out of this one. Glad I got out of that. I was in it and then I got out. If I was gonna go long here, maybe we trade back down into here and then we get something later, but man, this is just not my cup of tea right now. So we just hit this low again, shifted up higher here. So do we have SMT or do we not? We did on the wicks there. So this is the candle that took liquidity, shifted it. Came back in, we closed it, but now we're just ripping right back up. Nothing on these time frames are telling me it really wants to do anything. So what this is telling me, it's best to sit out. Let it really give you an opportunity here. Internal high, pulled back, internal low. Oh, I like this. If we trade down one more time towards this low. If it's more SMT, and then maybe we get an inversion over here. I really like how these are holding up here still. rejection block to rejection block. Ping pong. Holy shit. I don't know why, I'm just a little bit lower, dude. A little bit lower. You do it at some point. Right now? A little lower. Ugh. So we break this low here on YM. I want to see what we get within here. Looks like we're about to inverse this 1 minute. Bearish SMT at these wicks. We can hit this low and possibly down here, down into here. And I don't like this. Inverse this 2 minute possibly. I'm just trying to wait here. Internal low hit. This is real fucking garbage. Yeah, not really a huge fan of any of this. Bearish SMT here. It looks like we're just going to play this breaker to trade down lower. Yeah. Looks like we're just going to keep trading down lower, to be honest. And I'm not going to be in it. And I'm okay with that. Down to here, down to here, down to here. Back down to that 5-minute inversion there. Just came down to the 50%. So we came into a discount. Let's see what we get here. Got SMT. Got a 30-second for value gap there. A higher time frame SMT. Like I said, I was already bullish, so see if we close this inversion. Wouldn't mind taking this trade. Right there. So we came into a discount. I'm already bullish. We're obviously bouncing off higher time frame lows here. Daily breaker, whatnot. Yes, we're trading bearish, but projection blocks, all this fun stuff. Relative equal lows here on ES. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that inversion. Nope. So no trade. I was gonna take that, but didn't give me anything. If it closed that, it was likely to go higher. These relative equal highs too, so that's making me think if we hit this low first. Let's say we get to this low or something, like down into here, maybe a little bit deeper, and we get something a little bit better. I think there's potential here. Just gotta be a little bit cleaner than what we're getting here today. Equal lows taken there. So now we have a breaker. Man, this is playing hard. So now we have a breaker. Well, we don't have the SMT we want to see though. That's an issue. No, it doesn't have the SMT in the wick, so I can't take this. No. No. Shit, man. See, there it is. It did that and it just started ripping. You know, I was waiting for that inversion. I'm waiting for this high here. That's exactly what I was looking for. Shysters did it on a 5-second. I know he's closed this 2-minute inversion here. You see that? They're hitting that low. So we'll see if this plays out. Obviously not going to be part of it. You get this high here. These highs up there. we're probably gonna hit this high soon, any second now. Yep, just right now. There we go. Yeah, if we rip this high now without me getting in and no entry, I mean, it just happened, you know? I would like to see some type of accumulation in here, maybe bullets SMT, and then play this breaker or something, like this. So you got this breaker here. So I would expect this breaker to hold. Just like that. Say 2020. I want to see a little bit more price action accumulation within this. I want to see that this down here is a breakaway gap for sure. But I want to see if this gives me anything to play with. This breaker here. So this has to hold this low. Is it gonna come a little lower or not? Like, what are you doing? I mean, it's just hanging around here in this breaker. I mean, let's see. It's 3 minutes about to close an inversion here. These highs are in sight here on ES, so. Let's see what these highs here do. These highs get hit out, I'm gonna have to move it to break even. I did take this on an eval account. Just want to see a little bit more information, honestly. Not really getting it. Look at this chop around. There's ES hitting the high. Just moved it to break even, so we'll see if it hits break even or if it wants to keep going. Never got the SMT I wanted to see there. Yeah, break even on that. Exactly why I went to break even when I hit a internal liquidity of some sort. So now, hit this high, I'm gonna hit that high, hit this internal high. It's having a hard time getting up above here. Curious to see what the 11 o'clock hour is going to bring. Now I'm paying attention to what we're getting in here. Just traded up, came back down. Now we got an order block right here that we're tagging into. We hit this low here. We just started our macro. Doesn't surprise me that we're pulling back down into here. If by chance we do decide to go bullish, which I think is a possibility. Get a lot of low resistance up here. I would like to see one of these come down and create more SMT though. But, I mean, that doesn't need to happen. It's hard because we're hitting liquidity on both sides. Liquidity up here, came down, made internal, made more internal, took this internal liquidity. Shifted up higher after taking liquidity. Nine minute looks like shit. This price action is just shit right now. This at the internal low. Now we're about to get this 30-second inverse here. I need to see some SMT, honestly. I would say we're gonna go long from here now. Just close back up above that 30-second inverse twice. That 2 minute looks strong as F on this candle. The question is, how many points is it at? 11, so I guess. So let's see here. So they're still in this breaker from earlier. So I want to put an alert on the high of this here. I'm noticing that we're still playing in this breaker from earlier here. We're bouncing between this fair value gap and this fair value gap. Personally, maybe this would be the best. But let's see. 11 o'clock hour just opened. We already hit the high. We're pulling back down. Probably gonna hit the low, and that's fine. But we'll see what happens here. There we go. Just took that trade on whatchamacall, Apex. So we'll see how that plays out. It's looking decent. Some YMs at the high. Yeah, this market is so shitty right now. These conditions are not favorable. So we're making a lower low here, a higher low there. But we took out this internal high. So now we're getting some S&T, but this 5 minute looks like so bad. So bad. So I'm not really interested in this shit. Not really interested, it is what it is. So just inverse this 3 minute there. Relative equal lows. High, higher high, bearish SMT. So I would say this would go short here. Retesting this 3 minute inversion. Got a lot of low resistance up there though, bud. So that could be immediate rebalance, possibly. No, I didn't mean to do that. They're at 15-second inversion. Let's see. So if it's gonna go short, this high should stay intact. If this gets broken, we should go long. All we did was try to do a discount again. Nice range, long-term high, long-term low, internal liquidity, taken. Nothing here to my liking, this is just garbage. Nothing's being respected, nothing. Dude, they all just hit that high and now they're shifting down. What the fuck? I'd say we're shorting now. I really say we're shorting right down now. After seeing that. One of these gotta give. This low and low over there, or whatever it is. So yeah, let's hit the low there. We haven't hit the low yet here. We're just hitting these rejection blocks still. Playing these rejection blocks this whole fucking time. Wonder what's gonna happen if we inverse this 30-second here. That's so nice if it goes higher now. Speed and displacement. Come on, baby. These conditions are so fucked. So we just left our macro. Let's see if we get up. Yeah, this is fucking garbage, bro. I want to see if this 30-second inverse wants to hold. I don't think it's going to. But it's possible. We kept projecting this right here. This area. So maybe it does rip, you know? Maybe it does. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if that wants to send it up or not. Maybe it doesn't. Fuck, man. Let's leave it here. Take it on a paper account, but expect it to lose. Yeah, definitely not a fan of this market today. I'm hopping off this shit. This is not even good. Trying to trade this. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Love y'all. Peace out.